Urinary tract infections are extremely common. Around 1 in 2 women and 1 in 20 men will get a UTI in their lifetime. Plus, once you've had one UT challenge, you're way more susceptible to another in the future. That's why you just need Just Thrive's UT123. This product can actually prevent UTIs while maintaining your urinary tract health. UT123 targets both immediate and long-term relief. We've all heard to drink cranberry juice for your urinary tract, but did you know that for the full effects, you need the whole cranberry? Not just juice, but the skin, flesh, and even the seeds. Well, UT123 uses superior ingredients that utilizes the whole fruit. This supplement truly is the full package. So if you're someone who struggles with the constant urge to urinate, a burning feeling when you pee, pelvic pain, or just want to be proactive in your urinary health, Just Thrive is for you. Just Thrive is so confident you'll love their product that there is a 100% money-back guarantee on every purchase made through justthrivehealth.com. And for a limited time, you can save 20% off site-wide at justthrivehealth.com with promo code SEXWITHEMILY. That's justthrivehealth.com and use code SEXWITHEMILY for 20% off your order. You're going to love it. Listen, alcohol is just out in 2024. There is a rising trend of going alcohol-free or being sober curious, and alcohol, the truth is, it's just bad for you and can famously impair your sex life. So if you're looking for another way to unwind, relax, or just have fun, I cannot recommend Via's THC gummies enough. Via has gummies for every occasion. Whether it's to improve your sleep, I love their sleep gummies. I take them everywhere. Your mood or your focus. They even have an aphrodisiac gummy called High Love to boost my arousal levels. High Love has a unique blend of cannabinoids and aphrodisiac exotic herbs that are known for their libido enhancing effects. So I've been using Via for a while now, and I absolutely love them. They're a super trusted company. They use premium hemp, natural ingredients, and they're known for their premium indoor THCA flower. All their products are made here in the US. They got quick and discreet shipping to all 50 states, so you can all enjoy them, not to worry. And also super affordable. So head over to viahemp.com and use code Emily at checkout to save 15% off your order. That's VIIAHEMP.com. Use code Emily at checkout for 15% off your order and let me know what you think.
Hi, I'm Emily from Sex with Emily. Good Vibrations carries the hottest toys and vibes. I love the Jeju Mimi because it's discreet yet powerful and great for couple sex. Find out how much pleasure your body can really handle. Use coupon code Emily for 15% off at goodvibes.com.
Look into his eyes. They're the eyes of a man obsessed by sex. Eyes that mock our sacred institutions. Bedroom eyes, they call them in a bygone day.
Hey, Emily, you got a boyfriend? Because my man E here, he just got his heart broken. He thinks you're kind of cute.
A girl's got to have her standards. Oh, my.
Do women know about shrinkage?
Isn't it common knowledge?
What do you mean, like laundry? It shrinks?
Can we not talk about sex so much?
Are you kidding me?
Oh, my God, it feels so good.
Being bad feels pretty good. But you know, Emily's not the kind of girl you just play with.
You're listening to Sex with Emily. We're talking about sex, relationships, and everything in between. For more information, go to sexwithemily.com where you can check out all of our podcasts, sign up for our mailing list, which you absolutely should do because I send you very useful information. And you can even get the report, the 5 biggest mistakes men are making in bed and women are making in bed. And lately, we've been getting so many questions on Twitter and Facebook, and you can easily send me questions that way. So it's Twitter at Sex with Emily and Facebook, facebook.com/Sex with Emily, and Instagram, Sex with Emily, all those things. And today's show, we're going to be talking about confidence. A lot of the emails we got from you had to do with confidence and increasing it for men and for women. And we're going to talk about that, be reading your emails. And I'm here with Menace.
Hello, how you doing,
in
Emily?
The lovely city of Los Angeles.
Yes, together again.
It's so good to be here with you again.
You're talking about Facebook and all that kind of stuff, and you apparently had something that blew up on Facebook. I want to hear all about it.
Oh my God.
What was it about?
We posted something on my Facebook page, and it's what is it? It was a funny little quote, and it said, what is it? Camping. Hold on a minute, let me find it. Jesus, it should be in front of me. Oh, it says, ever have sex while camping? ? Mm-hmm. And then it says, it's fucking intense.
Really?
Like it's intense.
Oh,
we got literally.
Getting it.
Did you get it? You have to read it.
Now, yeah.
But we got 29,000 shares, 121,000 people liked it, and like 80,000 comments. People
it's funny.
Crazy. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny, but I mean, I do things that are a little meatier on the page too, but people went crazy for it. And if you haven't liked my page, you should, because
not only are you going to get funny little things, but you're going to get useful blogs and information for improving your sex life, which I know you're listening to the show because you'd like to have better sex and relationships. Right, Menace?
Right. Oh, and another thing I got to talk to you about.
Okay.
You saw over the weekend, you were battling with one of our listeners on my Instagram page. So last time we talked a couple podcasts ago.
Oh, right.
I was like, oh, I bet you're still having sex with one of your ex-boyfriends. And you said, yeah. And one of the listeners was really upset by that. And she was making all these comments on my Instagram when I'm like, not even talking about that. I'm posting pictures
of like your hamburger or something.
Hamburger at Disneyland or something like that. And then she's like just going crazy. And I can't believe you were responding because you don't really get into that kind of stuff. Well, because
she tagged me. So I look, in Instagram, you can tell it said sex with Emily. So I pulled it up and she was like, Menace, I'm glad you're back on the show because you keep Emily on her toes or something. And I'm like, she goes, do you make Emily tell the truth? I'm like, I don't tell the truth. And then I had this, so she's like, yeah, you answered, and the whole thing. But what was it about? She's like, you keep her real.
Because I just called you on having sex with exes and stuff like that.
Right. So if you guys want to comment on Menace's Instagram, which is Menace, you can do that, and then I'll respond to you there too.
Yeah. I don't really have anything sexy on there. It's
just you.
Amusement parks
when it is you being sexy.
All that kind of stuff.
That was funny. I do see. I pay attention.
So I hear that you're going back to San Francisco.
I'm going to San Francisco.
Probably to have sex with ex-boyfriends.
Well, here's why this is funny. No, I'm going to San Francisco because I have to go for work, but I also have. It happens to be my birthday. No, my birthday happens to be Monday.
What?
You're so lucky because my birthday party is actually going to be in San Francisco, so you don't even have to make up an excuse why you didn't come. And I'm having a dinner for 15
your
people.
San Francisco friends. Yeah.
No, you don't even know them. I'm having dinner, 15 people, and there will be.
Jesus.
Oh, you know what? There'll actually be 3 ex-boyfriends at the table. Do you find that strange? Out of 15?
For you, not strange at all.
They're my good friends. They're good friends. They're guys that I love and adore, and I haven't been back in so long. And it just happens to be that I will be in San Francisco to shoot a porn. Actually.
What?
I'm going to be in a porn film, an indie porn film.
Okay, break it down because, this is something that your listeners have been waiting forever.
I know.
For you
I'm not going to be naked. I'm playing myself and with some other sex educators, but it's an indie film. It's like a 7-day shoot. It's this highly financed porn that actually has a plot and a story. And I play myself having it at a dinner party with other sex educators. And you know who else is going to be on it? Well, Nina Hartley, who's a famous porn star. She is having sex in the film, but not in my scene. They said there will be no sex in my scene. And it's a film. I don't know. They sent me the script. It's like 200 pages. I'm not reading the script for a porn, 200 pages. But all I know is I'm in the food scene and we're going to some good restaurant and they're giving me a good meal. But, I didn't really think about I wasn't thinking good or bad choice to be in a film. I just thought it's an indie film. It's porn. It's fine. It's filmed in San Francisco. But then this guy, so this is funny. So in my office space is crazy. I love it. It's, in Hollywood, you've been there. But now all the offices are filled in. There's a bunch of different kinds of entertainment, PR, graphic design. There's a bunch of, nonprofits. And so there's this dude down the hall, literally catty corner to us. Kitty corner? Yeah. We say kitty corner in the Midwest. Do you say catty? And so the other night, oh my God, we were having a party at the office. They always have parties there. Friday night, there was a party, and there was the guy from The Doors was there. Rob Krieger, was that his name? Something like that.
Okay.
He's a living member of The Doors. He was singing, playing music. And there was a big party in the office afterwards. Everyone's walking around. So there's this guy around the corner from me, and he's long blonde hair. He wears a baseball hat. He kind of has one tooth. And but he's really sweet and he looks interesting. He was just high and everyone walks past our office and they're always like, that's Sex with Emily office because it says Sex with Emily on the door. So we're having this party and then after the party, he says, come to my office for a second. And he shows us, he does PR for all these celebrities and they're all on the wall. And then he has something from Bad News Bears. Do you remember Bad News Bears?
Yeah.
Turns out that he actually played Lucas in Bad News Bears, the lead guy in Bad News Bears. Yeah, which I found to be very interesting. But there was a reason why I was going into that story about the party, but I don't remember what. But just that my office was interesting, and that he played. Yeah, isn't that crazy? You remember that movie? It's crazy. He plays now he's grown up and he does PR. And he's very smart and whatever. But he does PR and he did. But that was a crazy film. Did you see?
I don't remember.
You don't. But he played the little boy. But he says he can't even play baseball.
Okay.
So that was interesting. But
I'm sure you were going into it because it's a party. You met a bunch of guys and they see sex on your door.
Oh, that's it. Oh my God, that's another part of it. Thank you.
They know it's the stabbing cabin. Of course, I can already tell you the story before I even know it.
I love you, Menace, because here's what happened. So I don't remember how I got from that, but It's okay.
Yeah.
But we had this party, and it is true that everyone comes to this. So it's a beautiful penthouse, office, the whole floor. And there's a bunch of people could also rent desks for a day. It's like one of those live, work, share. We also have an office. So, yeah, there was a big party. And in our office, which you haven't seen since we fixed it up, we painted it. We've got like shelves. We've got all the Emily and Tony products and all of our like vibrators and dildos and fleshlights on things. So you walk in and you're just like, whoa, like there's sex toys everywhere. So a bunch of guys in the office have secretly been coming in and being like, so what's up with the fleshlight? Like I've heard about the fleshlight. I want to know. And so I had a few drinks and I walked out from the office and there was a big room of like the guy who runs the building and the woman, a bunch of people worked there. And I was like, okay, you all want to know what the fleshlight is? And like, I don't know. And all these people.
Oh, God.
And I start like taking out the fleshlight. The guy from the Doors is there, the whole thing. And I'm like, look, you put it on your pizza. It actually simulates the feeling of having real sex. And they're all feeling it. And this one guy who owns it, his face is turning red. And I was embarrassing him because I forget that some people are a little uncomfortable about. And I think I went a little too far because I said something about like you can, and you know what? Like imagine that. Like you might want to sometimes have sex with your wife and then sometimes you just might want to feel something different. We've got hundreds of sex toys and you can. Anyway, it was a little embarrassing, but it was funny. And it is funny because he's taking people on tours. There's like a church group 2 doors down, and they look at Sex with Emily, and everyone wants to know. But I guess it's good publicity for people coming by, or not. Either they love me or hate me in the building. They all seem to like me, but if you want to move in, you might not want to move into Sex with Emily because, the guy said to me, he goes, the Lucas guy from Betty's Bears, he's like, I thought you were a prostitute for the longest time. I'm taking the story back. So the porn film. So I go in his office. I said, he said, do you know Nina Hartley? I used to represent her. I said, actually, I'm shooting porn with her this week. And then he turns to Lauren, I think, my assistant, and says, I didn't know she was in porn. So the way I said that, he thought that I was actually going to be in a porn. So I have to be careful the way I say it because I'm not actually going to be naked. I'm
performing in a porn.
Unless they talk me into it. What do you think?
Jeez.
I'm just kidding. I'm not going to
Might
do
as
it.
well.
I don't know.
I mean, you should put out your own. Don't be part of somebody else's.
Right. I should put out. I mean,
if you want to make money off of it.
I totally should put out my own porn. I think it's a little late now. If I was going to do that, I should have done that years ago when I was trying to get more traffic. And now we're doing well.
Yeah, we're doing well. You can release at least a blowjob video or something and make some money.
I am going to do some workshops though at the Hustler store. You should come, the Hustler store on Hollywood Boulevard soon.
Oh God.
I am trying to come up with. It's going to be like a blowjob workshop, which I know you think only men should teach, but I think I know. I happen to know that I give a really good blowjob.
Okay.
And we're going to be doing tips and all that there. But yeah, I'm excited to go back to San Francisco. And some of the things I've realized that are very different here. Obviously, LA is very stereotypical about appearance and how you look and all that stuff. We were just talking about that, but.
We were talking about it before the show. I found that, it was kind of like that when we lived in San Francisco. People were kind of area snobs, but here.
Oh, yeah, where you live.
It's all about where you live. And people, it depends on, what area you live in, but it doesn't matter what apartment you have. If you live in that area, it's cool.
Yeah.
But people live in shitty apartments, but if they have that area code, then,
right.
They have a better place than you.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. And all that stuff, like literally every single corner, there is a tanning salon, a car wash, a beauty, a hair salon. It's like, it's all about appearance. So the thing about the car thing is, what I was talking about, is that in San Francisco, there's like one car wash, right? And it's like $50, it takes an hour. And no one cares about your car there. But here, it's like you got to get your car washed every week. Everyone cares about your car. So I keep getting, my car's a nice car, my Mini. It's fine. It's 5 years old, but it's like in good shape, except for that it's very, very dirty because I don't have time to get it washed. The last few days, or the last 2 weeks, I've gotten, and I'm not kidding you, 8 notices on my car, little cards. Hey, junk. Anytime you're ready to junk this car, we'll take it because it's friggin' dirty.
Yeah.
They're like making me feel insecure about my car.
Take it to the car wash.
I don't have time right now. And there's lots, and.
See, that's why you need a man in your life to wash it for you.
I know. See, I've been thinking about the good uses for men in my life, and that it might be a lot easier if I had one. But it's just funny that people hear like your junk car, and then I start getting insecure about my car, and then I feel like I have to because there's a dog. There's lots of trees in my neighborhood. Not that there aren't trees in San Francisco, but for some reason, the trees above my car where I park, the birds all poop on it, even if I get it washed.
That's why you got to go hybrid. I recently got a Prius. It's the Prius 5, so it's fancy.
So fancy.
And I haven't even got gas since I got it.
I can't believe that. How's your sex life?
Sex life's good. I'm like fully healed from all the surgeries.
All your penile injuries.
So I'm good. I actually feel like I have more energy. I'm back to...
Oh, good, because it really took you out for a while.
Yeah, I'm back in the swing of things of, my schedule and stuff like that.
And your new show.
Being disciplined. Yeah, so if
I
people
heard
don't
Menace
know,
on the radio the other morning.
Yeah, I moved to Los Angeles to do a morning radio show. It's called The Woody Show on Alt 98.7. So
I always think boner when you say Woody. Every time, like boner.
Yeah, so, if you live in the Los Angeles area, you want to tune in and check it out.
And they can also check it online?
Yeah, we do have podcasts, but it's not
that easy. Okay.
It's
So if
not
you live in
sex.
LA. Well, I was driving listening to Menace the other day,
Thank you.
and they called you stupid. I know it's a morning show, but I didn't like it. You might be stupid, but it wasn't nice. I didn't think it was
We
nice.
all call each other stupid.
I know, it's a
so
morning
it's
show.
fine.
And then you were...
My feelings don't get
Okay,
hurt.
good. I was hurt for you. I was going to call in and say, Menace isn't that stupid. You're not. So, okay, today's show, we're going to be talking about confidence because confidence is one of the biggest killers of men and women's sex drive. Have you ever had insecurities? Like, I know you have. In fact, when I tuned in to your show the other morning on Alt 97, 98.7, whatever it is. What is it?
Alt 98.7. It's called The Woody Show.
The Woody Show. The Boner Show. So they were saying something about weight. Someone said that they were called in about their weight and they were insecure about it. And you're like, I used to be insecure about it, but now I'm just like, here's who I am. You like had a friend come to town and you would avoid them because you didn't want to see your weight.
So the whole reason it came up is because it was big in the news that Rob Kardashian of the Kardashian family went to the wedding of Kanye and Kim, but he didn't stay for the whole wedding. He just met with the family and then he came back because he didn't want to see everybody else because he gained a ton of weight. But
didn't he know that on his way to the wedding on the airplane, international flight?
Yeah. But
it's not like he ate like 10 bags of M&Ms and gained weight on the flight. On the way.
But he just wanted to go there and be with his immediate family, but he didn't want to see everybody else because, again, I was telling him, I was like, you're skinny, you're in shape, and then you're not in shape, but you don't see people for a long time, and you don't want to be that person where, you haven't seen somebody for like a year or two, and then you're like really out of shape, and you see them, and they're like, wow, what happened to you? Type situation.
Yeah.
And then it all went back to, and then it trickled down to, hey, if you happen to be overweight and you're on Facebook, like, do not try to hide it, like by putting different photos of yourself or just like
just
face
your eyeball or
shots
something.
And it's just like
one breast.
If you're, and I'm speaking from a man that is fat myself, it's like just have people love you for you. Just let it go. Don't try to hide it online. Don't catfish people. If you watch Catfish, the TV show, it's always somebody that's overweight that doesn't want to put photos of themselves.
Right.
So they take somebody that's super skinny or super attractive and they put those photos online and trick people. Like, those people are not really falling in love with you.
Right.
They're falling in love with the person that you're putting out there online is.
Exactly.
So if you really want somebody to love you, I
Be
guarantee
real.
you will find somebody. And especially if you're a chick, it's a lot easier than a guy.
If you're a chick and you're overweight, it's easier?
Yeah. I mean,
no,
a lot of
that's
guys...
not true. That's not true. Women don't care about men and body and all that more than women. Women have such a perfection.
It just seems to be a lot harder.
Well,
for men than it is for women that are.
I disagree.
I guarantee you.
I disagree. There's such a higher standard for women's body types.
You might be
to be skinny.
Okay, I'll give you that. Yes, there is. This person has to be, perfect and skinny and look like a model and whatever Photoshop kind of crap like that. But I'm saying if you happen to be, larger or whatever, not in shape, it doesn't mean you're not going to be able to find
Exactly.
somebody.
You can totally find love. So that's why we're talking about confidence, because confidence, I always tell you, is the sexiest thing to men and women. And it will also help you in the bedroom. And people are like, well, what do you mean about confidence? How do I get confident if I'm so insecure? Because for women, one of the biggest killers with women's sex drive is that they feel insecure about their bodies. And so, they
guys
don't have sex.
care.
They don't care. They're not
They
looking.
don't
They're like, oh,
care.
why'd you eat that extra bag? But you're not. They're in bed with you. You're naked. So he chose to be there with you. So, and it inhibits women and inhibits women in the bedroom, and it also prohibits them from having the kind of sex life they want. So, it's your life work to cultivate confidence. And what does that mean? It means that we have to go through all of our insecurities, because a lot of our insecurities that we have that make us insecure, not just physical things, but things from childhood. Maybe we got teased, or there's just things that build up. It's not just about your physical appearance. Like, we might just have insecurities in life, which we all do, right? So over time it builds, and you have to work on it. So you have to work on the messaging, and confidence will also come sexually when you get to know your own body, especially for women, which is why we have like 1 day left of masturbation month, why you should spend some time getting to know your own body, because the more you know your own body, and you're going to learn it through masturbation, you can tell your partner what you want in bed, and that will be empowering, because you'll actually get what you want and have those orgasms. So take some time getting confident, know your body, use a mirror. Women should look at their vaginas in a mirror and figure out what makes them feel good, because that's what masturbation month was all about. So, women, like, sometimes they ask guys to dim the lights and all that. I mean, do you have that? Like, women are like, turn the lights off?
There's like, women that wouldn't get in certain positions because they felt, insecure about their bodies and stuff like that.
So this is something you need to work on. I mean, I'm not going to tell you to go to the gym and do all this stuff. I'm going to tell you it's an inside job, and you got to work on yourself. And for men, when it comes to confidence, they're really worried about their penis size, money, and power.
And lasting in the bedroom, too.
And lasting long in the bedroom, which is why they could also use Promescent. The real deal is, when it comes to being sexually attractive to women, is confidence as well for men. Men need to seem confident to women, because that's what we love. A guy who walks in, he looks you in the eye, he owns the room. It's like an aphrodisiac for women, like a confident, sexy man. I mean, I don't think that many women care as much as about weight and all that. Like, guys will date a hot chick for years and not care that he doesn't want to talk to her outside the bedroom.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know the name of the YouTube video or anything like that, but you probably can search it and say, fat guy picking up chicks or something like that. Where a guy, he went and he wore a heavy suit. He's like, I'm telling you, it's all about confidence. He goes, watch, I'm going to get these girls' numbers.
Yep.
And he just went there and just like was just straight up. And he got women's numbers. It was all hidden camera stuff. And
it's true.
It's all about confidence.
Women are not there are some women like Lauren, my assistant, likes guys with the abs and all that, and bodybuilders. But to me, I've never been that way. I've been into like more of the personality and the confidence and all that stuff. So I'm
Lauren
glad.
likes guys that can barely put a sentence together.
Yeah, but who cares? She's smart. She has her smart friends. So I think if you're a guy and you're working to build your confidence, think about things in the past that have given you confidence. Maybe it's like hobbies or work, athleticism, whatever kind of sports you play.
Yeah.
Harness those feelings. Like, I feel confident when I'm doing this, and then just brush up on your techniques. And remember, when you're out there, you're trying to meet women, or you might get rejected. We've talked about this. Doesn't kill you.
Yeah.
And so anyway, some of the emails we're going to get into are going to get more into confidence.
This is the number one thing. And if you've been listening to this podcast for years, that I've always been saying, and I know you've gotten so many more listeners since you moved to LA, so I'm just going to repeat it. I'm sorry if you heard it before. Again, like you just said, I had to get over this hurdle. If a girl says no, that she's not into me, I'm not going to die.
Right, you're not going to die.
Nothing bad is going to happen to me. You're like, oh, I might lose her as a friend. You don't want to be her friend anyway.
Right.
So why do you care? You want to be more than friends.
Right.
And don't get trapped in
the friend zone.
In the friend zone for years. Just say, hey, I would like to take you out a date. I would like to do this with you. And she says no, then fine, then cool. And then eventually, if you can't be friends after that, that's fine.
You'll meet other women. Right, exactly.
And if you can't, then oh well. Like, that's not what you want in life. You want to be with somebody.
Yeah.
So focus your energy on that.
Right. And also feeling, and being confident and feeling good about yourself, and not beating yourself up so much, which is what we all do that, those kind of things. But you're right. And I was talking to another thing is a lot of people, men and women, who haven't dated for a while. So let's say you've been in a long-term relationship and you just broke up with someone. I have a friend who just broke up with someone after 8 years. And he's like freaking out. He's on Tinder and he's like calling me every 5 minutes. Like, what do you think this text means? Or I'm helping him with the whole. He's so confused by it, because you realize that dating is actually like a muscle, and if you don't use it, you lose it. And he forgets. It was different years ago. Not everyone was texting as much, and so he's just so confused. I'm like, no, it really looks like she likes you. He's like, but the way she signed off it, last time there was an XX, and this time there wasn't. Does that mean we had a bad date last time? And people go crazy. And so again, dating is something that when you're getting back on the horse, you just gotta have that confidence. It might not work. And this first woman on Tinder, they went out once, she didn't call him again, or she didn't respond. It's fine. There are so many people out there. Oh, well, it makes you stronger and more confident. It gets you better.
Super crazy. So you're the one, has been pushing Tinder. I mean, like talking about it. I don't have Tinder because I'm in a relationship. So, it's not good to have.
When's that relationship going to end? Is that mean?
No.
Okay.
And then, I don't have it on my phone. So what I did was I went to a wedding and all the groomsmen were single. And so we're at like this bar and I'm like, some of them like kind of heard of Tinder, didn't know anything about it. And I go, guys, you gotta download it so I can see how it works.
Oh, because you had never even seen it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then I mean, you show me a little bit, but I just I haven't seen it from the male perspective.
Yeah.
And I go, guys. So there was like 4 guys. I made them all download it and like try it out. And one guy, like within the first hour, was already talking to.
Oh yeah, and especially I feel like it's really good for when you're traveling too. A lot of people when they're like on business trips, they just meet someone who's nearby.
Up. Yeah,
they want to hook up, but it doesn't have to be a hook. Nothing has to be a hookup app if you don't, or hookup dating site. If you don't want to hook up, you don't hook up. Like to me, that seems silly because if you don't want to, you just don't.
Yeah, the wedding that I went to, they met online. They met like on something called like Zeus or something.
Oh, Zeus.
Like
I always see that advertised. See, exactly. I only know I know it because there's like Facebook ads about it all the time.
Yeah, and they met and now they're married. It's like crazy, like how people are just meeting online and getting married.
I know,
think
all the time.
I mean, it started off.
We had a few good blog posts about that. Sexologist.com.
Like
check it out. Online dating tips.
It started like MySpace. MySpace started even doing like Married by MySpace, and people would share their stories on how.
Because how else are you going to meet? You're at your desk all day. It makes sense.
Yeah,
so you might as well open the pool.
Yeah, I mean, you get yourself like this huge profile of people, and then you get to meet them. Like, MySpace like made it so much easier than Facebook because you could say, "Oh, I want to find people that's within 5 miles of me." And they're from this age to this age. You can even put
you could do that on MySpace,
like their height, all kinds of crazy stuff.
I didn't know that on MySpace.
Yeah, but for some reason Facebook never did that. But so a lot of people were like hooking up off of MySpace back in the day.
Yeah, and people Nerve was one of the first dating sites.
And now in the gay community, it's like Grindr and all that.
Which is
stuff.
like what Tinder was taken off of. Yeah, I mean, I just think that if you're not dating online and you're single and you're listening to the show and you're like, I can't meet women or men and there's no one in my town, that you've got nothing to lose. You can post a profile and not go out, but really. It's another great way. If you're someone who just likes to stay home and you don't go out that much, I could tell you a million ways to meet people, which I've done on the show. But just put a profile. See what happens on it. It increases your chances. It is a numbers game. The more you go out, the more you put yourself out there.
That's what happened to my buddy. He just said, you know what, I'm just going to do it. And then he just started meeting people. And then he met his wife online. It's crazy. And my other friends are just too much of a puss to. I'm like, look, you live in a crappy area. There's not a lot of women where you are. Right. So you guys need
It's true. They need to.
You need to do something online. Are you going to be those sad people that are like, you have everything. You have your house. You have your, car. You have a good job, all this stuff. But you just don't have that person in your life.
Exactly.
Because you're not making the effort to go find them.
The only reason you are single is because you are not making an effort. That is the bottom line, end of story. What have you done lately different in your life to meet someone? Because people... they complain, they can't, but they're not making efforts. It's not going to, your magical, perfect lover is not going to drop down the chimney like Santa Claus. It's not going to happen. Okay, let's get into some emails because I love hearing from the people.
Yeah, especially on my Instagram.
Oh my God, I know. Yeah, really. Just get to me through Menace. Oh, but first I'm going to read an email here. I mean, a message from our sponsors who we love. So I want to thank everyone for listening to the show, and I love being able to help you have the sex life and relationships you deserve. And I want to give you the very best show possible, so I appreciate you supporting our sponsors who help keep the show free. So Fleshlight. It's a #1 sex toy for men. So here's the deal about Fleshlight. How's this? Wouldn't it be amazing if you could feel the pleasure of having sex anytime, even when you don't have a partner? The Fleshlight, the most popular sex toy for men, it simulates the sensations of sex. It was engineered to look and feel like the real deal. Many people even think it feels better than sex. Not that you'll never want sex again, but the Fleshlight Stamina Training Unit actually helps you practice longer, lasting longer, and becoming a better lover. Plus, you'll experience some of the most mind-blowing orgasms of your life. And if you ever fantasize about having sex with your favorite porn star, Fleshlight also has molds of their vaginas. So you can check it out there. And there's also the Fleshlight phone strap, which is genius. This is their new thing. Menace. You know how you masturbate? If you masturbated, you put the strap around your leg. It holds your phone, so you're like hands-free masturbating. It's the coolest thing. If you want one of those, but you don't masturbate much, that you tell me about. So if you want to check out Fleshlight, the #1 sex toy for men, go to sexwithemily.com/fleshlight. That's sexwithemily.com/fleshlight. Check it out. I think you'll love it.
I would like to even just see that. It's
I'll give
on
you
their
one.
Fleshlight.
I mean, apparently
website.
it feels it's on their website. It feels amazing. I mean, I don't have a penis. Like, seriously, I always said if I had a penis for a day, I'd get a blowjob, I'd have sex, and I would use a fleshlight because there's all these different ribs and textures. It looks amazing.
I mean, you know what's awesome? You've talked so much about sex toys. A sex toy topic came up on the
Woody Show? You should have called me.
Well, it was just like some quick
Oh, okay.
thing. But to be funny, I was able to rattle off all these different sex
No
toys.
way.
See,
you've learned
the magic
something.
wand, the oh my bod, and
Were they
the
like
rabbit,
Menace? What have you been doing?
The bullet, all this crazy stuff, and it was pretty funny.
That is pretty funny.
So,
They must have
thank
been
you.
like, what? You're welcome, honey, for
You
educating
educated me.
Okay, and one more of our sponsors, I have to tell you about Promescent. Did you know that 1 in 3 men suffers from premature ejaculation? Well, now you don't have to. Promescent is a quickly absorbing delay spray that allows you to have the sex you want. You don't even have to think about baseball or your great Aunt Margaret with a furry mustache. You can focus on your partner's hot body, especially now that you have the time to make her orgasm. Also, or him, Promescent closes the arousal gap between men and women. You might get there faster than she would like. So Promescent helps you last twice as long as you already last now. Thousands of urologists are recommending Promescent. It's the only FDA-approved treatment for premature ejaculation. Go to promescent.com. That's PROMESCENT to find more. It's not rising to the top. That's a challenge. It's staying there. And so, yeah, it's a good spray. It works.
Cool.
And I'm going to get into the emails now. But there's actually, the first one actually happens to be about Promescent. So, dear Emily, I don't suffer from PE, but I am a 6-minute guy and she's a 30-minute girl. Tried everything and each thing worked a little. Kegel's definitely made progress, but I'm okay. Kegel Camp, my iPhone app, definitely made progress, but I'm only up to level 4 now. Promescent. Wow, it changed everything. She had so much anxiety, and so did I, about having an orgasm, and now I can just rock and roll all night. Every guy in the world needs this. If you can last 30 minutes, it will make you last all night. We once did it for an hour. And then he put Promescent! Exclamation point. And it does not reduce pleasure for me at all. In fact, it has a very subtle tingle. My marriage has been saved, Bob in SoCal.
Wow.
I know.
That's crazy.
Talk about confidence. So we're talking about confidence. Men don't last long enough and they have insecurities. So try Promescent if you'd like that. And here we are going to go into the emails now. feedback@sexwithemily.com or wherever else you want to find me. Okay. Hi, Emily. My wife is a little bit of a bigger woman. She's 5'0" and 215 pounds, which is fine, but we really just don't have sex that much. Sex happens maybe once every 1 to 2 months. It's come to the point where I feel as though maybe I'm not doing well enough in bed for her to want to have sex. She tells me this. It's not me. It's how she feels about herself because of her weight and that she's not comfortable having sex. What, if anything, can I do to help her want to have sex or even masturbate like she used to? I just don't know where to turn. Thanks for all your advice, Tom. So as we said, self-esteem, huge killer of women's sex drive, and the bottom line is she doesn't feel sexy. So I suggest, Tom, that you guys get healthy together. I mean, I'm sure she's tried a lot of fad diets and exercise and stuff, I hope, but what if you guys started hiking together, just taking walks around the block after dinner, join a gym, get the adrenaline going. And in fact, couples that work out together actually tend to have stronger relationships because the adrenaline, they bond over that experience. So, and it can also help her get more connected to her body and just feel better about having sex.
I was gonna say that because again, when we were talking about earlier, guys don't really care, about her weight, no matter how much women want to believe it. They really don't. Honestly, if
he
want to
wants to please her.
He wants to have sex with her, and I totally agree that if she really wants to do something about it, then you guys should do something together,
right?
To work out.
She's not on her own
to change it,
and don't badger her. Don't buy her a gym membership for birthday and say, "Go for it, babe."
You want to do something about it? Let's do it together.
Right, exactly.
If you don't want to do it after that, then
right.
I can't help you, my friend.
Exactly. I mean, the thing is, like, you can't convince a woman also with low
Yeah.
self-esteem. So no matter how many times he's telling her she's beautiful and she's great and he wants her, she still feels bad. So he could also try doing romantic, non-sexual activities together, go on dates so she can become more comfortable and confident. You could also, you said she's not masturbating enough. One of my favorite moves is mutual masturbation. Love it. So when you mutually masturbate, you masturbate, she masturbates, and you can see exactly what she likes and how she touches herself, and she can see you. I mean, you've been married for a while, but it's kind of a fun thing. And then if you said that she doesn't masturbate anymore, maybe she'll do it in front of you together. Also, take a sexual inventory. Ask her what she likes, what she wants in the bedroom. Talk about trying something new and exciting that maybe she's been wanting to try, like positions or toys. And definitely compliment her on what you think is sexy about her. That's what I got to say to Tom.
Yes.
How about that? Okay, my next email. Hi, Emily. I was wondering if you could help me out. Whenever having sex or performing other sexual activities, I can't have an orgasm unless I masturbate. I can't come unless I'm touching myself, and I wanna help learning how to have an orgasm with a partner. Thank you. Signed, Anonymous. Okay, how would you feel if I told you that you're like 99% of the female population? Most
Unfortunately,
women
for
need
men.
more clitoral. I know, right? Most women do need more clitoral stimulation than they get from intercourse. It's just the way our bodies are made. So why not masturbate during sex? Touch your clitoris, use a vibrator. I mean, I think that it's okay if you include your masturbation in an intercourse, and then maybe eventually you'll learn, or he'll touch you in a way that you can have it. But for a lot of women, they can have the G-spot orgasm, but mostly they need the clitoral. So just be touching yourself. Don't feel bad about it. I'm definitely helping you out here. And at least you can have an orgasm. See, that's great. The fact that you know that you can have one during masturbation means that I am certain that you can have one during intercourse. There's so many great sex toys out there that you can just, if it is for her clitoris, like, that I talk about all the time, that you can put on your, the Jeju Mimi. There's some great new Lilo toys, Lelo, things like that. So I would try that. And also, if you want to buy toys, you can go to goodvibes.com and use coupon code Emily if you'd like to do that.
Just
because
practice.
They're sending me so much toys, and just practice it. Exactly. The thing about sex is, she doesn't say how old she is, but I feel like there is some truth to, I always heard this, like, older women, or the older you get, you learn your body more and you get more confident in the bedroom. But I don't think you have to wait. Like, I don't think that I knew in my 20s that so many women are socialized that sex is all about pleasing you, the man, and it's not about our own pleasure. So we don't prioritize learning our bodies and our pleasure. So I think that
Well, I just, again, I think in your 20s you have no idea what you're doing.
you really
and
don't.
You think you do, and you only hear from your other friends that don't know what they're doing either. And then when you get older, you kind of figure it out by yourself. But that's why the Sex with Emily podcast is here to, fast forward you just a little bit.
Exactly. That's what we're doing. We're trying to happy fast forward. I would love women in their 20s to be having rockin' sex. And it all goes back to knowing your
Me
own
too,
body.
because women in their 20s are hot.
I know. Don't you want to bang all of them here? Everywhere?
Not here.
Okay, not here? No, because you have a girlfriend.
No.
You're so loyal. I love that about you. Dear Emily, I love your podcast. I also love masturbating, as I imagine most men and women do. Sometimes I'll binge masturbate, meaning masturbating and orgasming 3 to 5 times or for a few hours a day. Sometimes it can go too far and I find myself in pain later. How can I scale it back and enjoy masturbation without doing this binge practice? Is it possible to masturbate too much?
Yes.
Thank you, and happy masturbation month, Michael.
How old is Michael? Does it say?
He doesn't say.
He's
but
probably in his 20s.
it's
if
all
he's
about
masturbating that
moderation.
much.
Well, it's porn, the whole thing. It's all about moderation. It's key. So just maybe try to scale back a little bit and allow yourself to just do it once or twice and take out the porn. Can you use your mind still? Can guys still use their minds?
If there's like a 20-year-old and he's by himself, he's probably masturbating like 3 times a day.
Yeah, well, that's what he said. He's hurting himself. So when people email me and they're like, oh, do I have a problem? And I'm a sex addict. Here's the thing. There's only a problem if you have consequences. Like if you're masturbating 5 times a day and it's fine and you don't have any consequences, but you do because you're actually in pain. So if there's a consequence, you have to alter your behavior. So you are no longer having that kind of pain. So, I hope it doesn't affect your relationships, and just try to scale back. And the binging thing makes me nervous that you use that word. I'm wondering if you have a lot of stress and tension going on in your life right now, and you're using it as a release when really you should maybe be looking at yourself and what's going on right now. Because anytime you binge on something, it's usually to distract yourself from feeling your deep down emotions. Michael, How many times do you masturbate? Do you still masturbate with your girlfriend? Like that you have a girlfriend?
Yeah, I probably do.
Like with the second she leaves, or like?
Well, she leaves town sometimes.
Right.
She went to Las Vegas this weekend.
Without you?
Yeah.
And then you went to Disney World without her?
Yeah.
Disneyland? What is it here?
Disneyland.
I grew up in Michigan, so it was all about Disney World.
I know
Florida.
it's weird because I met these people from Florida, and they go, "Oh, Disney World. That was the first one, right?" I'm like, "No, Disneyland
It wasn't?
was." What?
I guess I knew that.
Disneyland
No, I know it was all
in
created here.
California
I
was the
know
first one.
that.
But anyways, yeah, she went to Las Vegas.
I want to go to
stayed
Disneyland
here.
with you, and especially because your girlfriend wasn't there. You wouldn't want. You should invite me next time. I don't even know why I say this
I was
anymore.
with I was with 2 kids, by the way.
Kids.
It kind of confirms that I do not want to have kids.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's just so much work. I went with my buddy and his wife and their 2 kids. And I, because we're like,
You're a good friend.
We're freaks about Disneyland. And
Do you go on the rides, Menace, or you just drink and eat
I
like
go
corn
on the
dogs?
rides, and yeah, we eat and drink and just have fun. I mean, we have a system down, so we don't really wait in line for
Right, you have like
anything.
the fast pass.
Yeah. So, but the thing was, we're getting ready, and sometimes the kids would be ready, and I'll be ready first because, of course, I get up super early in the morning, and I'm used to getting ready really fast. So I take the kids with me to breakfast, and I'm like, I have kids. I like
How
a
old are they?
5-year-old and a 9-year-old, and you just look away for a second.
Yeah, they're gone.
And
They got
gone.
ketchup all over
I'm
their
like,
head.
Man, and kids are disgusting when they eat. I hate it, and they want to know everything, and they want to touch everything.
Does girlfriend feel the same?
Yeah, it totally feels
Oh,
the
good.
same.
So you guys that's good.
And
Kids are hard, man. It's a huge commitment
it is.
in your life.
I mean, I feel for people that can go through it and just still
I know.
live a comfortable life.
They're the
but
heroes.
I think we're
Parents
just
are heroes.
Yeah, I think we're just too selfish in wanting to have our own
I know.
joy.
I think
to
that's
share
true.
with anybody else.
The more you
know?
delay marriage, like many people are right now, and the more you learn that, like, God, being independent and not having any responsibilities
It's kinda
it's kind of
cool.
nice. But kids are amazing too, and I have nieces and all that stuff, and godchildren, but no kids or dogs anymore. Okay,
But-
I think what?
Yeah, no, but I was just like, yeah, it was an experience.
Yeah, and were you nice to them though?
Oh yeah.
Did they like you?
Oh my God, they love me.
They must love you
Yeah.
because you're cool.
Yeah, I'm totally cool to them. I mean, I make them stand right next to me and not walk anywhere.
Right? Well, that's
But-
good. You did a good job.
Yeah,
You did a good job with the kids. Okay, I think that's all we got time for today.
we do, but we're gonna do another podcast
Yeah,
together
we are.
soon,
We're doing
aren't we?
yeah, for sure. Menace and I were doing podcasts together. We're doing lots of fun things. So, everyone,
I get to shoot your first porn since I went to film school, and
are you gonna come
that'll
shoot
be
it?
great.
Oh, you think we should do? I should do naked porn. Can I do one where I'm not totally naked?
we can do
Maybe
like
I'm just like
no, we can do like the soft porn where you're not really having sex, but it looks like you are.
right.
I can
right.
do that. Or,
Okay, let's
I mean,
work
if
on
you
it.
want to do the full thing.
What do you
it's
guys?
cool.
What would you like to see me do in my porn? Email me feedback@sexwithemily.com. So thank you so much, Menace. Everyone, check him out.
Thank
Menace
you.
on Twitter and Instagram and everything.
Yeah.
Menace. MENASE. Some people think it's spelled wrong.
No, not S. MENACE.
ACE. Sorry,
Yeah.
I just spelled it wrong. But people
Yeah.
spell it MENNIS.
Yeah.
Like Dennis, but it's
Yeah.
not. It's
No,
like
but
it's
there's
like
a lot-
menace to society.
Yeah, there's a lot of Sex Family listeners that always hit me up on Twitter and Instagram. I love it, like saying that they're listening. They quote the show and stuff like
They
that.
quote
so,
how come they don't quote the show to me?
I don't
Because
know.
usually it's your quotes, probably.
Yeah.
But thanks, everyone. I so appreciate you listening to the show. And thanks for listening to Sex with Emily. Was it good for you? Email me, feedback@sexwithemily.com. I'm Emily from sexwithemily.com. CrazyGirlProducts.com carries unique pheromone-infused products that make you feel sexy and confident. I'm crazy about their Wannabe Naked Shave Cream. It's made perfectly for your more intimate areas. No shave bumps or ingrown hairs. Use coupon code Emily25 for 25% off at CrazyGirlProducts.com.